Breaking news as of this morning, BlackRock filed an updated version of its spot Bitcoin ETF application with the SEC. So we're seeing this from BlackRock, Grayscale, ARK, all these major players who are attempting to be the first one to get the spot Bitcoin ETF. They're all making subtle and pretty frequent updates to their filing, which is kind of showing that maybe we're getting close. And most analysts, in fact, I think Bloomberg analysts are saying there's a 90% chance that we're getting a spot Bitcoin ETF in early 2024. And obviously, I'll be explaining the importance of that in a second, but more on BlackRock. BlackRock received $100,000 seed funding for spot Bitcoin ETF. The unknown seed investor agreed to purchase $100,000 shares on October 27, 2023 of BlackRock's latest filing, revealing. The seed capital investor agreed to purchase $100,000 in shares on October 27, 2023, and October 27, 2023 took delivery of 4,000 shares of per share price of $25, the quote-unquote seed shares. Seed capital represents the initial funding that allows an ETF to fund the creation units underlying the ETF so that the shares can be offered and traded in the open market. So once again, these are all little indications, little inklings that we're getting closer to this being a real thing. This is just the normal process of how things play out. And obviously it's a bit in the weeds of how ETFs come to life, but this is an important step that BlackRock obviously pulled off in October. BlackRock's proposed iShares Bitcoin Trust will invest in Bitcoin rather than futures tied to the leading cryptocurrency and is one among 13 applications awaiting regulatory approval. So just an important sidebar here. Yes, Bitcoin futures ETFs already exist. The difference between that and a spot Bitcoin ETF is what is the ETF in? An exchange traded fund, an ETF, think of it as a basket of something. So you have to ask yourself, what is the something? In one case, you have a Bitcoin futures ETF, which is investing in Bitcoin futures. And the importance of that is it's not Bitcoin itself. It's not like the ETF is going out and buying Bitcoin. It's buying Bitcoin futures, which is cash settled, as in it's just the net difference of it going up or down, and not physically settled, which is actual Bitcoin. And that's what the spot Bitcoin ETF is trying to take care of the money into the ETF. The ETF goes out and buys actual Bitcoin. So very important there of just like what is truly in the actual basket. And then on top of that, with the approval, and I've talked about this a lot, it's just more regulatory clarity. It's the comfort level of Wall Street being able to get into this because it's the whole SEC, Gary Gensler, the fighting in and out of the whole will he, won't he, like, is it a security? Is it not a security? Are we allowed to invest? Are we not allowed to invest? But it seems like there are being served many, many legal losses, and this, it seems like the time is ticking and we're going to have one hopefully in the near future. The SEC is widely expected to greenlight one or more spot ETFs early next year. The probability of an approval, according to Bloomberg, in January at 90%. Big winners of this across the board, but one specific big winner is the country of El Salvador. El Salvador's Bitcoin investment is now in the black, according to the president. We have no intention of selling. We have no intention of selling. That has never been our objective. We are fully aware that the price will continue to fluctuate in the future. This doesn't affect our long-term strategy of basically dollar cost average, as you can see from all of these green marks. Purchase, 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 purchase. This is the definition of dollar cost averaging. And then they're hoping in the future that it just continues to grind to the upside. It's a smart move because obviously Bitcoin being digital gold, a safe haven, a store of value, a way to battle inflation, which is an aspect of monetary policy that has been very, very much hurting the country of El Salvador. We're seeing that right now with the country of Argentina, Turkey. I mean, the inflation is rampant. Yes, the inflation in the US is horrible, but look at some other countries. Absolutely crazy, to the point of putting the financial system within the country on tilt. So they're looking for a better alternative, a better monetary policy, which you could safely argue is Bitcoin. But anyway, back to El Salvador. Yes, the country, the leadership, specifically the president, time and time again, called out by many forms of media, calling them how stupid they were for doing it. But hey, guess what? They're now in the green to the tune of being positive by $3.6 million on a $131 million investment. So that's one big winner. Another big winner is Coinbase. Before we get into this particular article, let me actually just give you, I guess, some reference. Not that long ago, start of November, we'll just go over the past month and some change. Coinbase, ticker symbol COIN, is up a scorching 87%. So obviously Coinbase, a well-respected exchange brokerage here in the US led by Brian Armstrong, making a good recovery as excitement comes back into the world of crypto. Coinbase's rally still has legs according to chart analysts. Shares in the cryptocurrency exchange have rallied nearly 300% this year, and the latest chart pattern suggests that further gains could still be in the offing. In my opinion, if crypto continues to go up, Coinbase will continue to go up. Shares of the Nasdaq-listed cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase have surged nearly 300% this year, outperforming leading cryptocurrency Bitcoin by a significant margin. Further gains could be in the offing as Coin is on track to confirm a long-term base pattern breakout. According to the analyst, Coin is likely to confirm a long-term base breakout this Friday above near-term resistance of $116. The breakout is a positive long-term development, suggesting that the primary trend has shifted higher. According to the analyst, the base breakout has opened doors for a rally toward resistance at 160, potentially 200. And what they're looking at is basically the fact that Coin got absolutely destroyed in the crypto winter. Then we went sideways, a lot of accumulation, and now we're breaking above the resistance at 116, leading to a push probably around 150. Next up, I'd be looking at 200. But obviously, it's going to go the way of specifically Bitcoin and the whole crypto sphere. But now with Bitcoin looking so good, I mean, its market cap of BTC itself above $800 billion, that's billion with a B, there's a lot of optimism. Now, I don't know if I would necessarily chase at this point because generally you see these waves to push to the upside, a bit of consolidation, and then another wave. So I'm not personally too interested in chasing the wave. I like to wait for the consolidation, like to have a risk point to anchor off of, and then look for that continuation. So just want to share with you the most recent news in the world of crypto, specifically Bitcoin, and all the recent mega winners because of the movement to the upside. If you ask me, I think that this bullish momentum will undoubtedly continue in the medium to long term. No one really can predict the short-term movements. It's a very tough thing to do. But yes, I'm invested in Bitcoin. I'm invested in Ethereum for the long haul because I think in the long term, when the world realizes how much of a comical joke our monetary policy and central banks are, not just in the US, but globally, I think more people are going to want these stores of value, looking at things such as digital gold, aka Bitcoin, and actual gold, like the physical commodity. Obviously, let me know your thoughts.